Hello everyone, this is Ahmed, your jdfunnel, and in today's video, I'm going to give you an overview of the client portal inside GoHighLevel. First of all, what is a client portal? A client portal is a very cool feature of GoHighLevel, which your clients can use to log in to have access to different key elements like courses, communities, groups, affiliates, billing and subscriptions, and as well as the contracts and estimates. So your clients are able to see all of these different key elements at one portal, and that is going to be called the client portal. So one or two important things regarding the client portal is that the client portal, it is a sub account level thing. So we will have to set it up inside the sub account, and you can have a separate client portal for each of the sub account, but you can have only one client portal inside one sub account. So let's get started.
The GoHighLevel boy,
Ahmed at the GHL boy.
GHL boy, Ahmed.
Rashid.
Thank you, Ahmed, and thank you to the rest of your team.
Okay, so here we are in a sub account. As I mentioned earlier, that client portal is a sub account level thing. So we have to make sure that we are inside a sub account to set up your client portal. So first of all, you can navigate to client portal from two different ways. The number one is you can go to memberships, and on the first place you will see a client portal with different of the settings. And then the second place you want to look for client portal is you can go to sites, and on the top you see a client portal. Both of these are like the same things, but these are present at two different places. And when you go to client portal, here we have three different elements or three different settings. So we will dive into each of them one by one. First of all, let's talk about the dashboard. When you go to dashboard, here we have some of the information and some of the configurations. So first of all, what is a client portal? Your clients have the ability to log in at any time to the client portal for accessing courses, communities, and overseeing the affiliate payout. Even with that, they will be able to access the estimates, the contracts, and their billing and subscriptions as well. And then here is your client portal URL. By default, it's going to look like this, but we are able to customize or brand this login URL as well. So you will be able to connect your own domain with this, which I will show you in a moment. But right now, if I just copy it over and if I just open it in this tab, this is how it's going to look like. So this is going to be a login screen of your client portal. And again, we are able to customize this whole login screen as well according to our own brand and according to our own colors. Go back to the topic, and here then on the right side you can see how many invites you have sent and how many users do you have inside your client portal. And then here is generate magic link. You can also generate a magic link for your client portal. And now what is a magic link? Magic link is which does not require any login information. So if you generate a magic link and you share it with anybody, they can just click on that link to actually land it into your client portal. So they will not require any kind of their email or password to log in. So that's called a generate magic link. So you can also use this magic link as a custom menu item within your sub accounts. So as an agency owner inside one sub account, you can configure your client portal, and then you can generate a magic link and put it as a custom menu link inside your across agency. So in that case, every sub account, they can just click on that custom menu link and they will be landed into your client portal. So, but the main thing is that the magic link does not require any email and password. So this is how you want to utilize the magic link. And then from here, you can invite your clients to your client portal. You can just click here, and here you can just select any contact to send invite so that they can access your client portal. And then here, if you want to send out login emails in which they will have their login email and password, the rest of the login information, you can send that to as well. But you will have to make sure that if you are sending the login email to any contact, first you have sent them invites. So they should be added into your client portal in order to receive the login email. And then here you will see a client portal app. What is a client portal app? I will discuss about this in a moment as well. Okay, and then here we have the settings. I will come to that in a moment, but let's talk about branded mobile app. You can also have your branded mobile app for your client portal. So that's going to be actual like mobile app on the Android and iOS. So for this, you can just click here, get started, and then it's going to ask you for your Apple developer account in order if you want to have your iOS app, and then the Google developer account in order to have your app live on the Google Play Store. And then here you just have to put your DUNS number, and when you click here, it's gonna give you more information how to get your DUNS number. Once you have that, then you can just put that here, and then you will have your branded mobile app available on the app stores and the Apple stores as well. And this is exactly what it means by your client portal app right here. So that's about that. And when you go to settings, here we have the different settings that we can configure. So let's talk about the domain setup first. If you see here, we have two different configurations here. The one is subdomain, and this is exactly the same subdomain that you see on the dashboard. So when you go to dashboard, you see a client portal URL. This is exactly the same as you see inside the subdomain section. It's still popping out. So let's just give it a second. Let's see if we just refresh this, go back to dashboard. Yeah, so if you notice, this link is actually the same as you see under the domain setup. So if you just open up this link, then it's gonna show you your client portal. And then here is if you want to add your own custom domain, like if you don't want to use this link, but instead you want to have your own white label URL of this client portal. So for example, and this is how you connect your domain. For example, if I want to add portal.ghlboy.com, I want this URL to be the login URL of my client portal, then I will just type as it is here, and then I will click on add domain. Then it actually requires me to add a DNS record into my domain hosting. You can click continue, so it auto detects what's your domain provider, and then it's gonna add your CNAME record automatically. Or you can select this one, add record manually. So I will go with this one, and here I have to add this CNAME record with these host and values. So let's just set this up real quick. So it's gonna be CNAME record, and that's going to be the host. You will have to switch to your domain hosting, the same domain that you are going to add. And then here I'm gonna add a new record. It's going to be CNAME. Here I can just type the value that I get from this, and then the required value is this. Let's add it here. Value is this. I'm gonna leave the TTL as by default, so you don't necessarily need to update your TTL. I'm gonna save it. Okay, so it's gonna ask me to verify this. Just give me a second because it's gonna send me an OTP on my email. Let me just get that OTP for you. Here is my OTP, so I'm gonna just verify it. There we go. On the top, DNS has been added successfully. So now let's try to add it. It's gonna take a little while depending on what domain provider do you have, like GoDaddy, Cloudflare, Namecheap. So it may take normally it takes 30 seconds to populate the DNS records, but sometimes it may take 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or an hour as well. So let's just give it a moment just to populate the DNS. There we go. The domain settings has been updated. So now we have configured actually our dedicated domain, which is right here. So if you want to modify it, you can also modify your custom domain. So now I don't need to use this URL. I can actually use portal.ghlboy.com as well. So if I just go here, this was my old login. So if I just type portal.ghlboy.com. Okay, so now we have added custom domain. Let's go back here. The next is branding, where we can actually, update the branding of our portal. So first of all, the portal name, let's call it GHL portal. And then the portal description, I will just put any description right here, and then I will be able to show you where these all details are going to show. And then brand colors, one, I'm gonna go with, let's say, I'm not sure how this is gonna look, but I will go with this one. And then the second color, I will stick with the blue. And then favicon, the recommended aspect ratio is 1:1. So let's see if I got any image for 1:1. I hope this is the one by one. Let me see. Yep, here it comes. And then we have a portal image. The aspect ratio should be 8 by 9. So let's see if I can get one with the 8 by 9. Hope this will work. The aspect ratio of the image must be something. Okay, so right now I don't have any image with this aspect ratio, but if you do, you can just upload it here. And then for the logo, the aspect ratio is 1 by 1. So I think I can get the same one. Here it is. And then the support email, you can just type here, let's say support@ghlboy.com. And then the copyright, if you have your, the copyrights, you can put that as well. But for example, I will just type @ghlboy. And then on the bottom, we have advanced, where you can just input your custom JavaScript and custom CSS if you want to do different kind of customization. That's good for now. I can just save the settings. And now, okay, so the brand setting has been updated. Let's try to reload this portal.ghlboy.com. I'm gonna try it in incognito to see if this has been done. Okay, so the record still has not been populated. I just want to make sure that portal.ghlboy.com, that looks good. I just want to make sure here I have added the correct values, because sometimes that might be the case. Okay, so we'll look for client portal dot, and that everything looks good. So it's just a matter of time. So let's just give it a time. But in the meanwhile, we can actually use the default URL for our client portal. Okay, so here now the client portal has been updated, but I don't think this is still gonna work because it's taking a little while. So I will just go to settings, domain setup, and I will just use this custom domain. Let me just copy it over. And I'm gonna use this one. Okay, so here, as you see, this is where my logo showing up, and on the top, my favicon URL showing up, and this is going to be my portal name. Then here is the portal description, and then here, if you'll notice, these are the brand colors that I have updated. So that's that. Under the branding, then we have the app permissions. Okay, so inside the app permissions, we can enable or disable, so depending on what we want to show to our clients inside the client portal. So as you see right now, everything is selected, like they should have access to communities, courses, affiliates, billing and subscriptions, contracts, and estimates. These are all the features that they will be able to see. But that doesn't mean that if they are not added to any of your course, they will still say that course inside client portal. That's not the case. They will only see the courses which they have access to. They will only see the communities which they have access to. But if I just turn this off, now even if they have access to the communities, they will not still be able to see those communities inside the client portal. So that's that. And then on the bottom where it says select default landing page, here you can select where the client should land as soon as they sign into your client portal. So as it says home, so right now when somebody will log in, they will be redirected to the home screen. Otherwise, if you want to select communities, now when they will log into your client portal, they will be directly landed into your communities page. So it's recommended to keep home page as the default page. And then I'm going to give access to all the features from my client portal. Let's save settings. So that's all inside the app permissions. Now let's see what else is there. Okay, and then we have the email settings. where you can enable or disable what type of notifications or emails you want to send out. So here we have different categorization. These all notifications are for the communities, then we have for the certificates, and then when we have for the courses. So if we go to communities, here is the group invitation email. Do you want to send out the invitation email who has just joined the group? So that means user. The user means your clients who just signed up for your group. So if you want to send out that, then you can enable it. And here you can also see your template, or you can also change your email template that you want to send out. By default, it's going to select the default template, but if you want to customize, you can create your own template and then add it right here. And then group membership status email. This, as it says, it will be sent to user being your clients. So as soon as the group membership status has been approved, if you want to send out the email, this is if your membership access has been declined, this will be sent to user. But this one is going to send to the admin. The admin means you or your teammate or any of the person who has access to your GoHighLevel, like who is the admin of this group. This will be sent to that. The user means your clients, the admin means you. So here we have different all type of email notifications that you want to send out, so you can enable or disable it from here. And then the same kind of notificational settings you see under the certificates. So here this is going to be enabled by default, so we cannot enable or disable it. And then expiring course certificates. If your certificate gets expired, do you want to send out an email to your user, then you can just turn this on. And if you go to courses, here we have different kind of emails that you want to send out. So you can enable or disable your email notification settings. So this was everything about the client portal settings. So we have, now I will actually like to do a test. So let me see if this has been populated. Yep, that's the correct one. It's still taking a little time, but what we can do here is, now let's invite any of our client to client portal to see how the client portal is going to actually look like on the customer end. So I'm going to send an invite to info@ghlboy.com. So let's send invite. Now let me open up my Gmail inbox to see how the email is going to look like. So here is the email that I just received. You have been invited to join jdfunnel portal. I can just sign up right here. So if I just click here, it's still on the portal.ghlboy.com. That domain has not been updated yet. So I'm gonna pause this video and wait for a moment until it gets updated. Here we go. So if I just type portal.ghlboy.com, it's gonna show up. So now if I just go to here and if I want to sign up, let's click on sign up. And here I would be able to sign up. So then right now, because I don't have my email and password, so what I can do is I can just type, let's say, my email info@ghlboy.com, and then I can just log in with secure code. You can just type info@ghlboy.com. As soon as I click on, so it says user not found because I have not signed up. So I will have to sign up right here. So I can just type whatever I want, ghlboy, and then I can type my email and then password, and then I will be able to log in. That's one way of doing it. The other way can be, what I can do is I go to dashboard, and then because I have sent the invite, but still I would be able to send login emails. So I can just go here, and then I can actually send the login emails to one of my contacts. So let's see, send login, GHL. Okay, so as you see, this is to send the magic link, but we have not generated a magic link. So that's why it's not going to work. So what I will do here is I will actually go to info@ghlboy.com. I will set up a password, and then I can just sign up. Here I will receive an OTP. So let me get the OTP code. Here is my OTP code. Let's go here and verify. Now it's gonna land me to the home page because this is what we have selected to be available by default. And then on the top right, this is how your user will be able to see your client portal. And then here, they can have access to communities, courses, affiliates, and then here they can see their subscriptions. And also if they have any, estimates or contracts on invoices, they would be able to see them here as well. And if they just go to take a course, if they have access to any of the courses, then they would be able to see those courses here as well. So right now, because this user does not have access to any course, so now what we can do is I can actually go to contacts and add this user or this customer to any course. So let's see. If I just go here to info@ghlboy.com and if I grant him access to any of my courses, now let's see. If I just reload my client portal as a customer, I should have access to one course. So let's see. Here it is. Now I have access to one of my course, which is showing up right here. And if I go to take a course, okay, it's not there yet. Let's see, complete course. So it is the course content that I just got access to. And then if this user or this customer will have any contract or estimate with you, they will be able to see that as well. But right now, if you see here, I can access communities, courses, affiliates, and then estimates and invoices and contracts as well. So if we go back here and if we just play around with the app permissions, and if I just turn off, let's say, communities, I want to take out contracts. So now I have turned off communities and contracts. And now if I save settings, so now communities and contracts should be gone from here. So I'm just going to reload my client portal. It is. And if I go to communities, it will say that no community is found because, we have not given access to the communities for this customer. So if I just reload this page, I would be able to see everything that I have access to. Yeah, so that was the matter of a little time. So as soon as it gets refreshed, now this customer does not have access to contracts and neither it can access the communities, because as you see here, we have turned off communities and contracts. So this client of yours is not able to access the contracts and communities. So that's how you can manage, and then later on you can also change the permissions and configurations of your client portal as well. So that was everything that you need to know about client portal. You can also set up some different automations on the back end as well. So yeah, I hope you will like this video, and if you do, and if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do subscribe and press the bell icon so that you can get all the new updates from me. We'll see you in the next video. Thank you.
The GoHighLevel boy,
Ahmed at the GHL boy.
GHL boy.
Thank you, Ahmed, and thank you to the rest of your team.